Guys, welcome back to the first studio video in 2023. Now, I've actually had to take some time off from actively creating content on the channel because I've been working on another project. Besides that, the reality of the situation is I needed a break from creating videos. You know, I've been on this insane schedule that I've held myself to for, the past 6 years essentially, and it's taken its toll. Now, the reality of the situation is most of the videos you guys have watched this year on the channel were actually filmed at the end of last year because I needed to sort of front-end load content for myself so that I could take, 2 weeks off and spend it by the beach with my wife and my daughter, and that was a hell of a lot of fun. So I'm very, very grateful that I did that. Now, during that time, I also was editing at night and sort of when my kid was asleep and when I had a gap, because I am admittedly a bit of a workaholic. And I was working on my latest online course. It's called Precision Load Development. It's currently linked down below this video. It's going to be the first link. If you use the coupon code IMPACT20, you'll get a significant saving. You guessed it, 20% off the course. And at the end of last year, I gave a few guys the opportunity to get on board as the course was sort of being built out. And the feedback on that has been absolutely phenomenal. So, what happened for me is while I was producing that course for you guys, because obviously that goes very much into the specifics of how to construct ammunition and make it precise for your rifle. That's not the type of content that I can put on YouTube. YouTube has been on an absolute tear lately with gun channels, and they're demonetizing them, they're getting channel strikes and all of those kind of things. So I'm so careful with the type of stuff that I put on YouTube because this is my bread and butter. This is how I make a living from doing sponsored ads, from the tiny bit of revenue we make from YouTube, and from selling our online courses, and obviously my store Impact Pro Shop. Now, what I realized in that process is how much I freaking love teaching. It was so cool. So I'm really excited to share that course with you guys, and I can guarantee you now, if you're new to load development, it'll be massively beneficial to getting your rifle to shoot how you want it to. Now, this is not clickbait. The reality of the situation is that I'm very much experiencing burnout. I've been making 2 videos every week for the last 6 years essentially, and whether they're tutorials, how-to guides, just entertainment, vlogging at a match, a hunting trip, it takes a phenomenal amount of work into one YouTube video. It takes me days to produce one YouTube video. So 2 a week for 6 years has been an incredible amount of work. And the reality is I'm burned out. I cannot sustain that anymore because it takes so much from me. It takes time away from my family. It takes away my ability to just have sort of freedom because I'm constantly having to think, what video am I going to do next? How can I make it as great as possible for you guys? But the reality of the situation is also that because I have to then immediately start working on the next video is sometimes when I hit upload and I publish my video to you guys, I know that if I had a bit more time, I could have made a much better video and given you much more value. Because at the end of the day, even though 99.9% of you aren't paying for the content I'm making, yes, there are people supporting the channel on Patreon, and I thank every single one of them. Thank you guys, you are amazing. The reality is 99.9% of you are getting this for free, but you're still paying with your time, and I always want to deliver on value for you, whether that is in the form of education, helping you, giving you tips and tricks along the way, or if it's educational videos or a product that you're considering to buy or whatever the case may be. I do not want to waste your time. So that is sort of what that content treadmill does. It forces me to turn out videos quicker than I really want to do. So I basically had to go back to the drawing board and say, listen, okay, how can we change this going forward? So what now? Well, I have to scale back. There's just no way that is sustainable over time, and eventually I'll get burnout to the point where I don't want to look into a camera or touch my editing or do anything like that. And so I'm going to scale back this year. What does that mean for you? Pete, will you still teach us cool stuff? Absolutely. That is never going to change. I selflessly decided when I sort of started my shooting journey to share my journey with you guys and share the tips and tricks that I've learned along the way, whether that is with reloading or precision shooting or long range shooting or whatever the case may be, to help you guys become more proficient shooters. That's always been the mission of the channel. Now sometimes that is to my detriment, because I've shot against some of you guys that watch this channel and you are now insanely good shooters, which makes my job to be a professional shooter harder. But that is mission accomplished for me. Now I've said this many times in the past, but the sort of overarching theme of this channel is that a rising tide will lift all ships, and to see you guys perform so well at matches and to see your comments, you've shot your first match, you loved it, you reconnected with your father because of firearms, you were estranged for years and now you go hunting together. I see those comments and it freaking makes those late nights that I've spent editing so freaking worth it. It is unreal. But I also see the negative comments, and they do get to me because people say stuff like, yeah, I remember when Pete used to teach us things about shooting. Now, over the last 6 years, I've taught a ton about shooting, and unless I start remaking some of my videos, which I do plan on doing because we've gotten a bit better at presenting them, and I think we can just hide the old ones and make new ones for you guys. So you will see a few sort of basics come through again this year. But the reality of the situation is that I always still try and teach you guys, whether I'm busy shooting a long range match, even if you could just learn from sort of the dialogue that I'm having with my spotter, or while we're hunting, like what the wind is doing, I always try and give you guys something that you can take back and say, man, that's pretty cool. I still learned something. I gave 10 minutes of my life away to this channel, but I still learned something and I can apply that to my own shooting or hunting. Okay, Pete, what now? Where to from here? So basically, I have to reduce the amount of videos I put out. I just cannot sustain 8 videos a month for the next couple of years. In fact, that'll drive me to the point where I'll run away from YouTube, because I just won't be able to do that and stay sane at the same time. So I'm gonna drop my videos from 8 videos a month, 8, lol, to 6 videos every month. And hopefully by doing that, I'm gonna be able to make better videos for you guys, provide more value. And even though I'd be uploading less to YouTube, hopefully the channel health overall would be better because we'd have a better polished product. And that is really my goal for this year. From a value point of view, this could be physical education, you know, how to dial your rifle scope, how to set up X, Y, Z, whatever the case may be. Value could also be entertainment, where you spend 15 minutes watching one of our hunting films and you go, man, that's so cool. And I see those comments and they absolutely make it for me, because I spend so much time on those videos. And the comment will be something like, Pete, it was like I was there with you. That is really what we're trying to achieve. We're trying to bring you in, because yes, we know everybody doesn't have the opportunity to hunt Africa like we do. It's in our own backyard, literally. So we want to bring that to you, and that's something we're going to do a lot of this year. Now, the reality of the situation might also be that every now and again you'll get more than 6 videos a month. So that could also happen. I'm not limiting it to that, but that is going to be my minimum output. If it's more, great. If I find an editor, maybe we bump that up. I am actually experimenting with the editor, and he's potentially editing this video now. Let me know in the comments if you think it was me or somebody else. Now, on that note, guys, I am absolutely pumped to announce that our deal with MDT Sporting Goods will continue for this year. Now, as I said earlier, I make my living from YouTube, and doing brand deals like the one with MDT Sporting Goods, also known as Module Driven Technologies previously. They have rebranded, and I've been mentally stuck on Module Driven Technologies for the past 6 months. Be that as it may. You know, deals like that make this a viable business model, because I have actually done a video on how much money we physically make from YouTube, and you will laugh because it is almost nothing. It is literally nothing. I could wait tables and make more money than I make from my YouTube channel that does almost 1 million views every month. It is gnarly. Okay, so on that note, please always leave a like and a comment on our videos, and make sure you're subscribed, because it really helps a hell of a lot. And make sure your little notification bell is turned on, because the algorithm is so against firearm channels, especially at the moment when I'm recording this. I saw a massive drop off in our views and our new subscribers and stuff, and I've seen other gun channels uploading videos, they're getting censored, they're getting channel warnings and things like that. So always make sure, if you're watching this, applies to all the gun channels you like to watch, make sure you're subscribed, make sure that notification bell is ticked so you do see when we upload. But leaving a like and a comment absolutely helps out the channel a lot. Guys, I'm not going anywhere. This is season 6 of Impact Shooting. Strap in, enjoy. It's going to be a hell of a ride. I cannot wait to show you guys the cool things we have planned, the cool hunts we have planned. It's It's gonna be absolutely epic. If you own a hunting farm in South Africa and you want us to make an absolutely amazing video on your farm, just drop me an email, pete@impactshooting.net. If any of you other guys spam me there, that's not related to that. Unfortunately, my assistant will just them, because otherwise the inbox just fills up super quick. I thank you for a wonderful 2022 on the channel. Thanks to everybody that supported our store. Thanks to the guys that support the people supporting us. If you buy something from MDT Sporting Goods, that's on their Black Friday regular sale, or you purchase something from my store, impactproshop.net, we are the biggest precision rifle store that ships globally. We have such cool stuff. If you need shooting bags, you need chassis. We just sent a Henderson trimmer to Norway. I do not know if Norway is that way, but wherever it is. So we can help you. If we have it, we'll make a plan to help you. Unfortunately for the US guys, and I know you keep asking me, we cannot send you a warbird to the United States. Talk to Sleepy Joe about that. Guys, in a nutshell, just wanted to thank you, give you sort of a general update, get a little chat going before we jump into all the craziness we have planned for the year. We're gonna shoot that scope, that's coming up shortly. We got bulletproof stuff we're gonna be doing beyond 1,000 yards. It's cool. A lot of these videos I've sort of parked because, as you know, if you're new, perhaps last year I was doing some business. I imported rifles using a company and they absolutely screwed the pooch, and they were horrendous people to do business with, and I still deciding if I'm gonna name and shame them, but up until this point not. And I lost access to a bunch of my guns for the vast majority, for almost a year. And I have them back now, so now we can get to all those cool videos. And we also have access to a new shooting range, which is absolutely incredible at the range at the Matroosberg Stasi. So if you guys haven't seen the Matroosberg Stasi video, just watch the video where we shot this 100,000 subscriber plaque. Now, you could win this, by the way. There's a link to a lucky draw where you could buy tickets, and I will be choosing the ticket on my birthday using a rifle. We'll shoot at the lucky draw thing, as we gave away that rifle back in the day when the channel just started. This is a legit YouTube play button. It's probably worth about $400, 6,000 odd rand. I'm really bad at math, but I'm really fast at math. That doesn't necessarily mean it's right. So you could physically own this. You can buy as many tickets as you want. The link to that is gonna be right down below my new low development course. That is actually my first one YouTube ever gave me, but they give you the possibility to purchase additional ones, which is super cool. If I had, for example, an editor that I could give it to, or have multiple offices where I wanted to. So this is absolutely legit. It'll come in the box, the physical box YouTube sends it to me in. So yeah, on that note, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up before I start rambling. Thanks for an awesome 2022. I'm pumped to see what this year brings for us. It's gonna be a good one. Enjoy season 6. God bless every single one of you. Bye.